Over the past few months, I have been woken in the middle of the night by an old visitor, which has both been delicious and exciting. I go to bed with a notepad and pen in full expectancy of receiving whisperings of words and images before I am then allowed to go back to sleep. This morning I was feeling this real unease within me and this calling not to be a keeper of these words and images within my notepad and to share these inspirations. I was woken in the night with a memory of my time in India, and I was watching this huge group of women playing on the sand, and they were running in and out of the waves and splashing and laughing, and they had such light in their eyes, and the energy around them was so joyful and free and so feminine. They were grandmothers and mothers, aunties, daughters, cousins, nieces, and it seemed that although there were a group of women, each woman within that group was being seen and allowed to be her woman, to be in her womanness. There was a real harmony of togetherness and devotion and respect and honouring and relationship and safety. When I spoke to the men in India of their women, again there was devotion and respect. And one gentleman said to me, "Our women in India are women." And then I was being shown that in Western culture, this is not necessarily so. There's been a huge calling, this huge calling for the healing of the feminine. And yes, that does mean that we look at how women have been suppressed, how they've been treated, how our bodies and our sexuality have been objectified, suppressed, and abused. But it also means the healing of the feminine qualities, the healing of the feminine within women, the qualities of being a feminine, a woman, the healing of the feminine within men, the healing of the feminine of the earth, the healing of the feminine within life. It is not simply about women, it is about the healing of the feminine, the allowing of the feminine, so that we may come into balance and into union with the masculine qualities, the archetype, the higher archetype of the masculine qualities and the higher archetype of the feminine qualities, coming into wholeness and union with each individual, be that man or woman, and therefore in life. But instead, there's been this huge anger and blame and divide towards men. And I was being shown that although a lot of this is rightly so, that we also need to look at our woman-to-woman relationship. Many clients I see come with wounds of men, but they also come with wounds of women, if not more so. And this may be because of their relationship with their mothers, the first woman in their life, not being nourishing, not being nurturing, not being safe, and often being abusive or one of jealousy, whether that's emotional, verbal, or physical abuse. And so they carry that distrust and that not an ability to connect and that inability to receive nourishment and nurturing from women throughout their lives because of that initial relationship with a woman. Or it may be through their teenage years, the criticism, the competition, the judgment, the bullying, the belittling that they may have experienced from their peer group at school during the most important years of their lives when coming into their womanhood. or it may be later on in life that the woman was in a relationship with a man, be that married or not, a stable relationship, and then another woman has entered in full knowledge that there is a relationship or a marriage existing, and yet has still been in an unfaithful environment. So dishonouring the relationship, dishonouring the woman. In social media, women compete against women, women criticise women, women judge women, women compare against women. There's not this nourishing, nurturing, woman-to-woman relationship. Why do we not celebrate each woman for her unique looks, for her unique beauty, for the way that woman is a mother, for the woman's creations? Each of us unique, each of us have our own look, each of us have our own fragrance, each of us have our own expression of being a woman. We're never all going to look the same, we're never all going to be the same, we're never all going to create the same. So instead of the competition or the dishonouring, why not celebrate each other? Why not look at the woman-to-woman relationship and how we go into drama and chaos instead of nourishing and nurturing, to look at our own feelings of how we connect with women. Do we feel that we can trust? Do we feel that we can be open? Do we feel that we are in a nourishing environment where we're celebrated for our individual womanness and able to truly let that shine? So this healing of the feminine, this healing of women, is not just how men treat women or the world treats women. It really is about the relationship also of woman to woman.